our setup and plan. And this is our setup and plan today. First and foremost, as well as GU. And first and foremost, we have to understand the direction market and to understand the market structure, the market structure, both internal structure and internal structure, right? From here, you can understand here that we had our external break of structure to the upside, then we had our change of character to the downside. Change of character to the downside. Then later on, we had our continuation break of structure to the downside. And then we had our continuation break of structure to the downside, right? And then later on, we had our change of character to the upside. Right? Then you can see from here, the price came and tapped into our bullish order block. It's a very clean tap, then it continued up. Then from there, hit a confirmation here. This was the entry. It was very clean, though we are sleeping. So what's our plan here? Our plan here is very, 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 very simple. The most important thing here is now we are now focusing on our liquidity, Asian liquidity. So what are we going to do? We're going to put our, we're going to mark out our Asian open, which is here, Asian high, where is the Asian? Yeah, Asian high sweep. We got our Asian high sweep. It was swept, you can see it here. Then we're going to move to 30 minutes. Now we are waiting for the candle close here. If the price comes back and closes below here, and you go to a close here, then automatically you're going to be selling, targeting this liquidity. That is scenario number one. Then scenario number two, if the price just go up here, that means you're going to have another break of structure to the upside here. Then you're going to be focusing on the price tapping back here, then continuing up. That will be scenario number two. Then scenario number three, if the price comes back into this area and this and breaks this order block, we're going to wait for the break, then a retest, then a continuation to the downside. Those are the three scenarios, right? Then for EU, super simple price action. You can see it. For EU, you can understand that from here, had our break of structure to the downside. Then after getting that break of structure to the downside, automatically had to move to 15 minutes of our internal market structure. Then you can see that we had our last break of structure to the upside. Then you had a continuation change of character to the downside, which was our change of character to the downside. Then from here you can see that we had our continuation break of structure to the downside from here. And then we also had our break of structure to the downside. Later on, we had our change of character to the upside. Right? Now, what's our plan? First thing first, we're going to focus on our Asian liquidity. Asian high liquidity, you can see liquidity Asian high was already swept from there. Asian high, liquidity being swept from there. Then you're going to wait for that candle close. You can see it already marked it out. I want to see the price closing below here, and after closing below here, I'll be focusing on this liquidity here down. That will be scenario number 1. And then scenario number 2 is pretty simple too. If the price just go up here, it will create another break of structure to the upside here. Then I'll be focusing for the price to come back here, tap into this area, which will be our order block. Then we're gonna be continuing to the upside. That will be scenario number 2. Then scenario number 3, if the price comes back and disrespect this area and breaks this area after creating a break of structure to the upside here, then I'll just wait for the price to break here, then a retest to this area, then focusing on a continuation to the downside. That will be scenario number 2. Scenario number 3, sorry. Then for gold, pretty simple, pretty simple. You can understand here that we had our change of character from here yesterday. Then we had a very clean sell from here. It was a very clean one. Then we had, and then we created another break of structure to the downside. You can understand from here. Then price came back, tapped into our order block, then continued to the downside. Trade mitigated. Then you had a continuation, and then you got another break of structure to the downside. You can see it from there. Then from here we have our order block. Would have been this one, but this one you can see we had a first tap, it reacted very well, and then we got another tap. Then you're focusing on this, then you're waiting for that 30 minutes candle close below here. Then if you get that candle close below here, then you're going to continue selling this price. You're going to be selling this price after getting that confirmation. That will be scenario number 1. Then scenario number 2, if the price we don't get that confirmation, then you're going to wait for the break here, then a retest here, then a continuation to the upside, right? Those are 2 scenarios that I'm focusing on gold today. And then you go down to our GI. GI is very simple. You can check the previous video that I sent yesterday, and everything responded very well. We had our break of structure to the upside from here, right? Then you have plenty of liquidity here, and also you have plenty of liquidity up here. You can see it. So what are you going to do? You're going to be a little bit more patient, right? For now, you can understand that we have our first order block, which is this one. You see, where the price is really focusing on, and then we can mark it out as our order block, although we have plenty of liquidity below, right? And then you go to 15 minutes. After going to the 15 minutes, then you're going to get our break of structure, the downside break of structure. You can mark it out for easy understanding our order flow. Okay. You can mark it out. Okay. Break of structure to the downside, a break of structure to the downside. And then we had a sweep which was here, then the price continued to the downside, right? Then from here we had our continuation, break of structure to the downside. Alright, so have our first order block, which is this one, our first sell order block, which is this one, and you have another order block which is up here. You can see it, But now we're focusing on this one because it's the first one. It's the recent order block that led to the break of structure to the downside, right? So scenario number one is very, very simple, and my plan is very, very simple. I'm going to wait for the price. I'm going to wait for the price to come back here, tap into here. Then I'll be continuing selling this price, focusing on this liquidity that is here down, right? Then later on I'll be finding other blocks around here, trying to take this liquidity up to the upside. Then for GJ, still very, very simple. You can easily understand that the price is moving to the upside, just moving up, just moving up. So we are looking for buys also, right? For the continuation break of structure to the upside. So had our last break of structure to the upside, which is this one. All right, and then you have our order block, our clean order block, which is here. So we just need to wait for the price to come back here. Then we'll be looking for buy confirmation, and then we're gonna be focusing on buying to the upside. That will be scenario number one. Then scenario number two, if we fail to get that confirmation, we're gonna wait for the break, then a retest, then a continuation to the downside. Okay, that's it, guys. Peace out.